Hi guys, I'm Shmee. Hello to you. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video from New Zealand. Now I'm currently waiting for a very noisy car to arrive, an Aston Martin Vantage GT12. No doubt you're familiar with my GT8. The GT12 is the big brother, and I think I just heard it in the background. We're at Giltrap Prestige, the dealership here in Auckland, New Zealand, where we hosted the Shmeeting. A big thanks to them for hosting the event, but also to those of you who came down to it. Well, I met Zai here at the event. He is coming today, though, in the GT12. I cannot wait for it to arrive. This is going to be quite exciting. Maybe we'll even go out for a ride, but this thing is a true beast. Now I can hear it coming, the noise of the GT12. It's amazing to have one out here in New Zealand. Just look at that. There are only 100 of them in the world. This is the launch specification almost of the car. The white with the orange, the grey accents, and the number plate is awesome as well. GT12 Aston Martin. That car is such an awesome thing. It's like the GT8, but to the next level. It has even larger end plates than the GT8 does, and even more aggressive design around the outside. For example, the body's slightly wider, these gaps that you can see through the side for allowing the air to flow out from the wheel wells. Center locks on here. I don't have center locks on my GT8. It has a different design. Initially, you might think that the front end splitter and bumper is actually the same design as the GT8, but it's a completely different shape and layout. Obviously, this is more akin to the GT3 car, where the GT8 is like the GTE car. You've got the horseshoe on the bonnet, the carbon fiber horseshoe. The full body, in fact, is carbon fiber, everything, down to the carbon fiber badges as well. But I always liked this particular styling, the distinct feature, the GT12 horseshoe around the bonnet, a development of exactly right there, the V12 Vantage S that we have parked just on the side, that had those carbon fiber louvres that became a signature feature really for extra cooling of the engine. But this, it's an absolute angry, aggressive beast. It is, I don't know, it's something that's going to become so rare and special. The fact that there are fewer of them than the GT8. It has a paddle shift gearbox, the sport shift gearbox, as opposed to the manual that you could opt in the 8-cylinder version. Inside, it's a little bit more, a little distinct for this car. It had a new central console that's only on the GT12. It's the ultimate Aston Martin Vantage. It's the very best that you could have anywhere. Listen to this. Proper V12. It's the 6-litre naturally aspirated V12. Actually, it's technically 5.9. Same block as in my Vanquish, but it just sounds so good. Even just the idle noise. It's gruff, it's angry. It's time to go. So let us jump in here. The swan doors that are lovely. Zai, how are you?
Hi, pretty good, eh?
This is awesome. Thank you ever so much.
That's okay.
I absolutely love the GT12. I'm sure that you do as well.
Yep.
Probably goes without saying. It's literally like the massive big brother to my car, but with this engine. So,
yep, so let's go.
Let's go, enjoy. Now, we might have a fair bit of traffic outside. We probably will, but just getting to hear the car a little bit and get a small feel of it is always a good thing by my book. And sport mode, obviously. Small differences with my car. Do you like how they make this so smooth in this garage that it doesn't matter, because the splitter on this car is low?
Yeah, of course, it's really low.
Past the dealership, where we have over that side the V12 AMR, which is like the follow-up almost to this, but without treading on the toes of this, because the GT12 is the ultimate. There's the V8 version, Rapide S as well. But yeah, the noises come from everywhere. This is such a country of car passion. That's what I've discovered since I've been here. Oh, it has a different screen to my car.
Okay.
Does that go up and down?
I don't think so. I've tried to get it down, but then it doesn't.
Oh, maybe it's fixed in this car. Oh, the noise! Oh my gosh, the noise of this! The heavenly V12. That's so good. It's just pure sound. Pure, unadulterated sound. It's so good. It's so good. There's nothing like this generation of Aston V12. I mean, I'm guessing you pretty much fell in love with this car the first time ever driving it.
Yeah.
How can you not?
It actually scared me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The noise of it, the carbon splitter at the front, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
How do you find the automatic if you drive it in automatic? It's a bit clunky, right? You have to...
It's quite, because sometimes you just can't be bothered with like the pedal shift and everything. You just want to relax. But this thing doesn't really give you the relax thing. When they shift, it's because it's single.
Yeah, the single clutch.
Yeah.
Sport shift they call it. The single clutch automated manual.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Back past the dealership for a moment. Rapide in the window. Noise is just so good, just rumbling away in the background. Awesome. And then when you lift off, you get that like the burble and sheer anger of the thing. I also like how you have the orange in the door pulls, exactly the same as my car.
Oh yeah.
The orange stitching and the mirrors as well. I feel like I'm back at home. You know, right-hand drive. In Aston GT. It's a small group of cars really, isn't it? 100 of these, 150 GT8s. Fingers crossed on a not busy motorway. Oh my gosh. That is so good. The shifts aren't exactly the quickest thing in the world, but the noise of it, those downshifts as well. Flip it down again, come on, second gear. Oh. It's the best. It's like, because I had the Vanquish of course, it's like that, but just even more so. Man, GT12. Pat on the dashboard for this thing. Incredible. It's a noise to die for. Don't you just wish that engines like this would last forever? I mean, sadly, we're not going to have them in decades to come, but this is the last of the old school. The Vantage, everything it is, everything it stands for, it lasted for over a decade, but I think the GT12 to me is the absolute ultimate one. It's the best. I think are there two here? Yeah. 2 GT12s in New Zealand. That's so cool. I gathered from my time here already that there are lots of Aston Martins around in the country. People have them, so yeah, super nice. Well, first time I've ever been in a GT12, so I appreciate this.
Awesome.
It is really interesting to me how different it all is, how different the center console is. It's a complete one-piece carbon fiber actually all the way down to here, which is very, very nice. It has a more effective storage bucket there, which is good in the USB plugs. That's actually better than in the GT8. But here we are, back at the dealership. This as well, in the cup holder. Awesome, awesome. Wow.
Yep.
Now I'm going to jump out and have a quick little listen to this, if you don't mind. A couple of quick little blips, just so we can take in the sound from the outside, all of its glory. Outside the showroom here, they will all be like, what are you doing? Goodness me, that is nuts. Do you know how cool that is? What a sound! What an incredible sound! Epic. Absolutely epic. Oh, head back inside then. I like that handover room. Was this car in that bay when you picked it up? Oh no, this dealership's brand new, of course.
Yeah. The
Of course,
dealership used to be across the road, so
Right, okay.
yeah, so we picked up across the road.
We can park like next to the lovely red Vanquish right there.
Shall we park like this?
As you like, as you like. Oh well.
Alright.
Can I do the honours?
Yeah, of course.
Off we go. I'm sure you guys know the Crystal Aston Martin keys with the logo inside the end. The emotional control unit. You push inside to start it anyway. I'll give you that back.
Right.
As much as I'd love to keep it. Thank you ever so much for the quick ride out there.
That's
Thoroughly enjoyed it. What a car. Congratulations. Lovely. Well, I'm going to say farewell to the GT12 for now. That has really absolutely been awesome. I've always kind of wanted to get to know the GT12 a little bit more. Obviously, I love my GT8 with the manual, which I think if you're going, you know, very old school, traditional kind of car like this, front engine, lots of power, naturally aspirated, rear wheel drive, that the manual, certainly for me, was the right choice. But if I had the opportunity for one of those, I would jump at it. If they made another one like that, sign me up, put my name down. Anyway, let's head upstairs quickly because I want to show you the GT8 that is here in the Aston Martin showroom as well. Upstairs here then we have the GT8, so I can show you some of the differences actually I was just talking about. For example, around the front, how the splitter is split into two parts on this car. It also has this different design around with the small canard at the side and then the cutaways. So like the GTE race car from which it's derived in terms of the styling, it has that cutaway behind the arches, which is different to the GT12, then the slightly smaller end plates, but the GT12 had them much more aggressively cut out as well. So quite a few differences when you're actually up close in person between the two cars. But the one thing that is very familiar is two very large beastly exhaust pipes for the sound that it makes. And my goodness, these cars are literally the best sounding things on the road that money can buy. There are also a couple of other very nice cars here, and this is one of only 101 V12 Vantage Roadsters. So when they made the original Vantage V12 and they stuck that ginormous engine from the DBS and the DB9 into the V8 Vantage platform, they first made 1,000 coupes, although the run went on to be about 1,300. But then as a special limited series, they made 101 of these with the roof chopped off. So this has, well, the 6-speed manual with the V12 engine. You can now get a manual with the V12 Vantage S, but this was really proper driving experience, and it has the older style waterfall central console that you could see the differences there as well from the newer car. But when this came out, we're talking I think 2011, maybe that sort of era, that was absolutely on the top of my wish list. I thought this was a truly special car. I had a V8 Vantage Roadster at the time, so the V12 was like heavenly. Fortunately, my father has bought a V12 Vantage coupe since, so I've had the opportunity to drive it a few times. And then, of course, you will remember that I had a Vanquish Volante. Kind of like that car, actually. Slightly different spec, although mine was base in black before we wrapped it in the light blue. But the Vanquish Volante shares the power plant as the GT12. Slightly different state of tune and power. But there we go. Very, very nice. These cars are gorgeous. Interesting mix on this one. Ultramarine dark blue paint, red accents, yellow calipers. Quite a few different colours going on the one car. V8 Vantage S. But they do look so good. It's crazy to think that this model effectively launched back in something like 2004. So it's about 14 years old now. 2005 maybe. That sort of period. Ah, this is the Red Bull version. That explains it. This is the Red Bull Racing version of the V8 Vantage S. I should have spotted that. It's a Q car, so made by Aston Martin's bespoke customization department. That's the one. Oh, another limited edition. Only a handful of these as well. And look inside there. You can see the red anodized. Is it open? Ah, it is open. Perfect. Ooh, that's a cool interior. Matches the Formula 1 cars. Look at this. The red and yellow stitching. Red Bull Racing Formula 1 team, Aston Martin. I like that. I actually like that quite a lot now. I really like those dials. The anodized controls and dials, but that's the normal V8 Vantage style central console that the GT8 has as well inside. Awesome, awesome. Well, there we have it. A big thanks to Zai for the run out in his GT12. I've wanted to do that for a while. In fact, I've seen so many awesome cars out here in New Zealand. It's been absolutely incredible. The car scene, the supercar scene, the passion has been vastly beyond what I ever expected. The concentration of luxury and nice top-end cars out of the whole industry is just crazy. Really, really cool to experience and see. So a big thanks to him, a big thanks to Giltrap Prestige for the opportunities hosting the Shmeeting here and seeing some of you guys as well. And a big thanks, as always, to you guys for watching and supporting the videos. I appreciate it an awful lot. That's it for now, though. I'll be sure to catch up with you again very soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Cheers.